Welcome back. I have just been to drop the boys off at school, done a super quick food shop. So what I've done is I've set myself like a weekly budget for food. When I'm not dieting and when I'm not organised with food, I like to just go and buy food. And I don't really understand why. I just spend so much money on food. So what I've done is I've set myself a weekly budget to stick to, just to keep me organised, because honestly, I'm like a child. I need to be reined in. Anyway, I'm going to show you what I got. So, bear with me. So, here, look at this though. You may have seen this in the bag, peeking out. How cute is this? Anyway, I'm going to show you what I got. Bananas. Rice. 2 packets of rice. Do you really care what's in my food shop? Do you? Grapes for the boys. I'll probably eat them as well. Veg. I do still have some in the fridge from last week, so it's just a little top up. I've got bacon medallions and chicken sausages because I'm just feeling more of a savoury breakfast. So I've got them. I got these. Right, these are bassa fillets. So I'm not someone who can just eat chicken all week, every week. And these are so cheap and so easy to cook. They take literally 5 minutes to pan fry. They're really low calorie and they're high in protein as well. So for a fillet, it's 109 calories and 23 grams of protein. Now I do like these, so I'm having them now. I could probably have 2 fillets, but I'm not going to. But for later on in the photo shoot prep, they're going to come in so handy because they're super low calorie and you can get so much bang for your buck. So yes, sorry, I'm supposed to be showing you this. Greek yogurt. Some cereal for the boys, some chicken for the boys, some pasta sauce for the boys, some beans for the boys, soy sauce because I'm just missing it. Some juice because I am a child. Told you, didn't I? And then don't drink water, I drink juice. And skim milk, because when you drink as much coffee as I drink, you need to save the calories somewhere. So I'm just kidding, I don't drink that much coffee. So I'm going to put all this away. I need to quickly just whip up some breakfast and then I'm going to jump straight into my client check-ins. And while I'm doing that, I am going to share with you my 3 simple rules for setting up a diet. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the gym because I've got a lower body session to get done. I was at dancing last night, which was fun. And yeah, and I'm playing around with a new schedule this week, so we'll see how this goes. It actually might be the best thing that I've ever done. So anyway, I'm going to go and put this stuff away and I'll speak to you soon. So as you know, we are well into week 1 of photo shoot prep and I'm sharing with you my 3 simple rules for setting up a diet, things that I am doing, and I'm going to give you hopefully some examples of how I'm doing it too. I'm just sorting my hair out because I had to take the boys to school in the rain this morning. I say I had to. I didn't have to. I could have used my car, but I chose to walk instead because actually, walking to school and back twice a day pretty much means I don't really have to think about my step count. It's just something that takes up less space in my head. So yeah. So I've obviously got rained on. So I'm just sorting this out. Because actually, I'm supposed to be filming more content today. And it's just not a vibe when the hair's all frizzy, is it, really? So just put some curls back in it. Just put some heat protector on. I don't use anything special. Don't come to me for hair care advice or makeup advice. Sorry, I think I just knocked my microphone then. So 3 simple rules then. The first things first that you want to be doing is you want to be setting yourself some targets. So obviously, if you do not set targets, how do you know where you're going? How are you supposed to know what you're doing on a day-to-day basis? So setting targets is super important. And just even from like, they don't have to be like, they don't have to be super complicated. They can literally just be like, how many steps are you going to do a day? How many calories are you going to be eating a day? Like, how are you going to split those calories up across the week? Stuff like that. So me and my clients, we have a different approach for pretty much everyone, to be honest. I don't think anyone does exactly the same thing, which is how it should be. So I've got my calories set for this week. I am on 1850 this week, just dropping so I've just come off the back of my period and we're dropping the calories down ever so slightly just to help with my appetite, because my coach said she would be setting me up for failure, and I agree, if she put me straight down to like 1700 calories now. So yeah, so we're doing that, 1700 calories, no, 1850 calories. So yeah, set your targets. So calories, steps, protein, activity, how much you can train. Like, look at your week realistically, set your goals and set them realistically. Like, look at your week and think, how many times can I train, like, realistically a week? And that doesn't have to be like, how many sessions can I absolutely cram in so I'm doing the most humanly possible. It's literally a case of like, can you do 3 sessions a week? Can you do 2 sessions a week? Can you do 4? How long do they need to be? Where will you be doing them? Like, literally all of this stuff. And if you've got a coach, like, they can write your program so that it fits in with what you can actually do. And if not, then I'll put some in the, do you know what I'll do? I'll put some in the description. So I've got some programs that you'd be able to follow. If you don't have a program and you would like one, I will pop a link in the description below this video. Excuse me, and you can download them. I have ones for 2 days, 3 days and 4 days. Yeah, they're all for in the gym. So have a look at those. But yeah, set yourself targets that are realistic. In terms of calories, so you can go online and use like a TDE calculator. Now, they won't be as accurate because obviously they don't take into account your lifestyle. And again, like, you've got to make sure that it does. Like, if you're someone who goes out a lot, like, or when you are doing, you might just have to make some different choices. And that is unfortunately a part of the process. And it will make it so much easier. It will make it so much faster, because let's be honest, no one likes to be stuck in a diet forever. So yeah, it will definitely help. If you can make those compromises. So you can use a calculator, for your calories. Calculate your protein intake, what that's going to be, because that's super important to help keep you full, to help muscle recovery between workouts and stuff like that. And then once you have got your targets, just decide like how you're going to measure the progress. Like, and a lot of people get this really, really, really wrong, like really wrong. So they will measure the progress in the craziest ways. They will just use the scales and measure and stand on the scales once a week and think that's going to do anything when it's not. So my recommendation is always to take weekly photos, because you might not see changes from week 1 to like week 6 physically, but week 1 to week 6 you might see like changes on the scales, you might see changes in your measurements, and then you'll start to see it in the photos from like week 4, 5, 6. But taking them weekly gets you in the habit of doing it. So yeah, taking weekly photos and measurements and measuring your scale weight as well will really like obviously be useful. Now, it's important not to take one metric and obsess over it and think this is the only way I'm going to measure my progress. Like, use other things as well. So like your performance, your strength in the gym. Like, if you're someone who likes running, like, are you getting faster 5Ks? Are you playing better on the pitch if you play a sport? Like, are you lifting heavier? Is your squat getting better? Is your technique better? Like, literally all of them things are measures of progress, and it's super important to focus on those throughout the journey, because you can otherwise end up feeling very demotivated sometimes, especially if you're not seeing the scales move. And sometimes it can be a really tough part of the process, and it can feel like you're banging your head against a wall if you sorry, I'm going to burn my hair. if you're just focusing on one measure of progress. And focusing on the wins as well helps you to stay positive too. So if you can find those wins in as many places as possible, that really helps. So yeah, so once you've set your targets, once you've decided how you're going to measure your progress. So this week I have been tracking my daily scale weight. I have taken my progress pictures at the beginning of the week. I'm already tracking my workouts. Like, I'm already tracking like the weight I lift and stuff like that. checking in on my strength, because that's really important to me. I love getting stronger, and one of my big goals for this year is to do a 200 kilo hip thrust, and I got to 150 at the weekend, which is fucking amazing. I'm so proud of myself, because last year, like April last year, I couldn't even do, this is not even a joke, like a 40 kilo hip thrust without hurting my back, and now I can do 150 kilos. Like, how amazing is that? And the thing is, like, even if the aesthetic goals weren't there, which they are to a degree, and it's okay to admit that, even if the aesthetic goals weren't there, I've got like other things I can focus on, like other things, positive things I can channel my energy into. So once you've done that, like once you've got an idea of like where you want to be, sorry, that's one thing I didn't mention as well, like where you want to be by the end of the diet. So for me, I want to be in a better place than I was at the last one. The last one I got down to 67 kilos, so I want to drop below that. So I want to lose about 4 or 5 kilos potentially. That's another really important thing that I didn't actually mention, was make sure you set a date, because then dieting without an end date is a really long, boring process. So yeah, make sure you set a date. Once you've done that, you can get cracking, you can get planning, right? So that's the fun bit. We like planning. So yeah, once you've set your date, you know how many steps you're going to do, like how much protein you're having, what calories you're on, how many times a week you're going to train. You've got an end date, so the diet don't come a long, big-ass, drawn-out process. Then you can get planning, get organised. Definitely, rule number 2, get planning, get organised. So this probably splits into like, I'd say this probably splits into like 3 or 4 different sections. So the section 1 would be like, set up your environment. So make sure that you are setting up your environment, you're planning your week. I probably look really funny right now, don't I? You're planning your week and you are setting yourself up for success. Because the thing is, if you don't and you try to wing it, let me just straighten that bit. Because honestly, I've got frizz everywhere. My hair is naturally curly, so as soon as any moisture hits it, I'm like Monica from Friends. Like, you know when she goes on holiday to Barbados, where they all go to that conference thing. If there's no Friends fans on here, guys, I'm sorry. Go check it out, it's fucking hilarious. So, yeah, that's what I'm like Monica from Friends. Maybe I'll include a clip for those of you who've never seen Friends before, which makes me feel a bit sad. So, yes, set up your environment. So, listen, right, I know that there's a lot of people out there, like, that's it, everything in moderation, and I definitely believe in everything in moderation. However, right, let's be honest, if you are buying shit tons of chocolate and cake and sweets and biscuits and crisps and all of that stuff, like, I mean, I don't know, it could just be me, but you can best believe I'm gonna friggin' eat it. So, like, maybe just don't buy that stuff. And I'm not saying, like, bin it and get rid of it and, like, eat it all now before the diet starts. That's really problematic. Please don't do that. What I'm saying is, just don't buy the stuff that you know that are going to trip you up. Like, if you know you struggle having, like, a big share bar of chocolate in the house, don't buy it. Like, don't buy it. But yeah, just make sure that when you go in shopping, that you're getting the things you need. Like, you're getting stuff that you can snack on that are maybe more aligned with your goals. You're just not having that stuff in the house. Like, you've got the, like, fat-free options, you've got low sugar options, low salt options, you've got, like, lots of fruit and veg in the house, you've got water, like, you've got a decent water bottle so you can keep hydrated. Like, you're setting your sleep up properly so you're not scrolling on flipping TikTok till midnight every night. So you're setting your sleep environment up. Like, all of these things are super important to make sure that you want to make it as easy as possible for yourself. You don't want to make it hard. Like, you don't want to set yourself up for failure. And it's a difficult process, especially when you get a few weeks in. It's really tricky. It can be really hard, and I don't think people explain this to people enough. It's not an easy process at all. Definitely just nearly burned my finger then. I'm sorry if this is making any hairdressers, like, cringe how I'm curling my hair. Just using these TK Maxx hair straighteners that have actually been probably the best hair straighteners I've ever bought, and they only cost me £25. How good is that? Sorry, I've gone off on a tangent. Shocker. Right, let me put these down and have a coffee and just talk, concentrate on what I'm saying, because let's be honest, concentration has gone out of the window a little bit. So, also look at my cup. How cute is it? Aldi. What was I saying? like organising your week. So organising your week so that you have routines and rituals. Like literally, I know it sounds ridiculous, but setting yourself a bedtime, like saying, I'm going to go to bed by this time, and having routines and rituals into your week. Give yourself time every week where you are going to like plan the next week. So it might be 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes on a Sunday night. It might be a Monday morning. It might be a Monday night. It could be Friday. Literally just pick a day and get on with it. Yeah, and plan into your week time where you can plan your week. So you can put your workouts in your diary. You know when you're going to do your food shop. You know what your meals are going to be for the week. You know if they've got any social plans and you can work around them, and you can plan your week accordingly. Like if you're not giving yourself that time every week to plan, you will be firefighting, and it is not fun. And it literally guarantees that eventually you will fall off track, you will be really demotivated, you'll forget why you're doing what you're doing. So setting yourself weekly goals is super important. Like you've set yourself targets in the beginning and you've said you're going to do this many calories, this many protein, this many steps, blah, 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 blah. Like planning when that's going to happen, like so that you are not setting yourself up for failure. And I know I keep saying that, but it's super important. So get yourself organised, set up your environment, plan your week. And even if that means you do certain things like calorie cycling, calorie banking, anything like that, like pick what you're going to do each week and be ahead of the game. Don't leave it to chance, and don't hope that it's going to happen by itself, because the chances are it's probably not. And something will happen. If you're anything like me, I am a mum of 2 kids. I have to do school runs, I have to do pick up, I have to do food shops, I do all the running around. I've got my business to run. I've got 2 dance classes a week that I teach. I've got my, like, literally everything to do for myself as well. So like I train 4 times a week. I do like 10,000 steps a day. I've still got to plan my own meals, make sure I'm eating, and all of this stuff. Like if I didn't have a plan to follow every week, then I'd be so stressed out, I'd be so overwhelmed, I'd be so burnt out, and I'd run out of time. Like I would literally run out of time. And there's so many things that can come, even if that plan doesn't go to plan and you have to adapt it, that's fine. Like that's totally fine. The more you do that, the better you get at it. But if you don't have a plan in the first place, you're never going to get where you want to be, because you're not acting daily and weekly in alignment with the goals and targets that you set yourself. So yes, the planning is super important. The last part of this step, so the last part of step 2 would be to communicate with people. I can't stress how important this is. Like the people around you are integral to your success. They are going to be there to support you. They're not going to be there to make it hard for you intentionally. If they know what you are working towards and why it's important to you, they will do things to support you. So you kind of have to, it feels a bit awkward and it feels a bit strange the first time you probably do it, but whether that's your partner, your mum, your dad, your friends, saying to them like, look, I've got X. Like for me, like I've told my mum, I've told my husband, I've told some of my friends, like I've got a photo shoot booked at the beginning of December. 5th of December, it's booked in. That means over the next few months, I'm probably going to be drinking a bit less alcohol, let's be honest. I'm not going to be going out for as many meals. If I am going out for some meals, I might be driving, I might be choosing different things. I might have to say no to certain things, and telling them why, like giving them the reason why, so they know that they can support me with it. Like for example, my husband orders our HelloFresh meals, and I'm not a very fussy person when it comes to food, so I am happy for him to just take that job and just do it. And it's one less thing I have to think about. But all I have to say to him is, can we keep the meals below this many calories? Like, and we want to be around 35-40 grams of protein in a meal. And I'm happy for him to just pick whatever he wants, because at the end of the day, like, we've both got to eat it. So I say to him, like, can we just keep it below this many calories? And you don't have to over-explain yourself, but you can just, it's really important that you are communicating to those around you what's going on and how things may look different for you. And you just appreciate the support. And the support doesn't have to be them actually doing anything for you. Like, they could just literally just understand. Like, that's literally all they have to do. And I know that it can be tricky, because I know a lot of people don't understand, but I don't have to explain it. Like, let them not understand. I don't have to explain it. Like, I'll just say, I'm doing this, so you may see things different, may see me doing things differently. just wanted to let you know. If you see me doing anything differently, if you see me acting in a different way, then this is why. And that's it. You can literally leave it at that. You don't have to over-explain yourself. You don't have to do anything. You can just crack on and they can mind their business and you can mind yours. So, yeah, communicating with those around you is super important. So they know what's going on, and then they can support you by either just understanding, not challenging, be honest and communicate with those around you what's going on, tell them about it, because if they don't know, they can't help you. So communication is super important. I've finished doing my hair now. I think this is probably as good as we're gonna get. With some oil on it. This is probably as good as we're gonna get. But I'm gonna go downstairs and I'll talk through the final rule. The final simple rule of setting up a diet. Once you have set your targets, once you have got yourself organised, once you have communicated with those around you, told them what you're doing, once you have planned your week, planned however long, the month, whatever, and once you've done all that, I'm going to talk you through step 3 in a minute. Step number 3 is probably the one thing that is most often overlooked. So when you first start a diet, it's really exciting. You've done all your planning. You've set your targets. You're really excited to go. You've started going to the gym again. You're getting all the endorphins from getting back in the gym, and it's really new and exciting, and you start seeing progress and all of this. It's really good until it stops working. But what often happens is you can get a few weeks in, the motivation starts to drop. And it's a really normal part of the process, but this is where accountability comes in. Because ultimately you are a grown adult, and if you don't want to do something, you're not going to do it, because who's there to tell you to make sure you follow through with it, right? When you're at school, you've got a teacher there. When you're at work, you've got your manager there. When you're a child, you've got your parents. But when you're a grown adult and it's something that's not work related, then who's there to make sure that you actually do what you say you're going to do? Because it's really easy to just be if you don't tell anyone about your goals, if you don't set targets, if you don't openly show up, then no one's going to know if you failed, right? Let's be honest, nobody's going to know. But then if you've got some accountability, whether that be from a coach or whether that even be from your parents, whether that be through your partner or a friend, maybe you get a friend to do it with you or whatever, you've got someone there to call you out, to question you, and to be I thought you said you were going to do that. Weren't you supposed to go to the gym this morning? How are you getting on with your diet? How's it going? Just having some form of accountability is really, really, really integral to the success of a diet. Now, how that helps is anyone can do it when it's going well. Anyone can do it. But if you rely on motivation's very flaky. It's a feeling, it's an emotion. We feel motivated or we don't feel motivated. Consistency is what breeds results, and having someone hold you accountable is what helps you to stay consistent. I've got my coach who I've worked with now for a year and a half. It's always really good to just know someone's there. Someone's expecting something of me, and someone's expecting me to show up. And having a coach is that, I am going to say this because I am biased, but having a coach is the best form of accountability, because literally it is their job to check in on you, to help you set targets, to help you get organised, to help you plan, to keep you motivated, to make sure that your environment's set up, to call you out when you're not doing the things that you're supposed to be doing. It's the best form of accountability. Now, I know that's not for everyone, and it's only something you're going to do when you're ready, but even if you can get that level of accountability from your partner, from your friend, it's so helpful and so important when it comes to setting up a diet. Just making sure that you have it, especially for when the motivation starts to dip. So that's my 3 simple rules. 3 simple rules. Set targets, get organised, accountability. Get all of those 3 things done and you will set yourself up for a super successful diet. if you want help with setting that, if you want help with that whole process, what I can do is I can pop Iconic in 30 in the description below. It's a free program that's 30 days to just help you get started, help you set targets, get in a routine, get yourself organised, and just make sure that you're focusing on the right things. It's completely free, 30 days. All you have to do is click the link, pop your email in, and I'll send you all the information. But I would highly recommend it. Obviously, I'm biased, but but yeah, I would highly recommend it. It's definitely the best thing to do to set up your diet. I'll be back later. I'll talk to you about what results I've achieved in the first week, and also tell you about what's coming in the next video.
Booster mode.
Good morning. I'm just getting some steps in. I've got like half an hour this morning where between like the school drop off and look at me, I look like an egghead. And my client, I've got a client at 9:30 in the gym, and it's her last session before she goes off to have a baby. So I can't wait to see her. And yeah. So I just thought rather than go home and just wait or sit anywhere and wait, I thought I'd go get myself a coffee and have a little walk down the canal. Hello. It is the end of week 1. We made it. I am just about to head into the gym for my last session of the week. I've got a lower session to do, and actually I have a couple of upper exercises to also do because I couldn't get to them in one of the other days, so I ran out of time. So we're going to do it today. So I've had such a lovely morning. We've been walking down the river with the boys. I found some conkers. We went to this sweet shop which was super cute. Sorry, I can't keep this still, can I? We went to this sweet shop which was super cute. And yeah, I've just had a really nice morning, to be honest. So I'm checking in today with my coach. We are week 1 officially done. Energy levels are so good this week. Sleep has been so good. Stress has been normal, like minimal, to be honest. My appetite's come right down, thankfully, which means that we can start to push now. We can start to push now towards the photo shoot. So calories will probably be dropping next week. So that will be interesting. I am going to be, so my first week, pretty sure I started the week at around 70.4 and I've dropped down to 69.9. So a small drop, half a kilo drop, which is fab. Probably will be a lot of like water retention and like de-bloating from my period. So yeah, so that will be that. So gonna probably likely drop calories. Every step has been done, every workout has been done, every like calorie has been tracked, and we're in a really good position now to crack on, and I'm really excited. So I'll pop my photos up, like the difference between week 1 and like now, like there's not very much difference, but I wouldn't expect that anyway. In the next video, I'm going to chat through around like what to expect, like when you first start a diet, and I'll be chatting you through supplements I'm taking, because I know that I've had a few questions from clients around supplements, so I thought it'd be useful to talk about that. So I'm going to chat about supplements, and I'm also going to obviously update you on my week 2 results and chat to you in a little bit more detail around like meal planning and the nutrition side of things next week. I think that'll tie in nicely with the supplement chat. So yes, I'd love to know how you found this episode. If you like it, if you've enjoyed it, please hit like. If you're not already, make sure you subscribe to my channel, because I'll be sharing more videos like this along the way. But there we go. That is it. Week 1 done. Ready for week 2.